Hey, what up, fam? It's the People's Coach Louis V. Hey, y'all bear with me on this one. I was asked about from a couple that I'm getting ready to start coaching a real question and a topic they saw online. They asked me, they say, Louis V, now that you're divorced, what would you go back and tell your younger self about marriage so it actually worked out? I actually didn't rush to answer because that kind of question deserves the truth and not ego. But here's what I decided I'm going to tell them. One, give grace. It ain't optional. It's required. You're going to marry a human, not a finished product. They're going to mess up. You're going to mess up. And if every mistake turns into a trial, your marriage is going to turn into a courtroom instead of a safe space. Grace is saying, I see what you did, but I also see who you are. Example, if she forgets something important, instead of you sitting going, you always, you actually say, hey, babe, talk to me. What's going on with you lately? See, that right there keeps doors open instead of slamming them shut. Second thing I'm going to tell them is shared values matter more than shared interests. Y'all both like brunch, you like trips and R&B playlists, but that don't mean nothing when life gets real. Values determine decisions, decisions determine direction. If y'all don't agree on money, family roles, faith, morals, discipline, and lifestyle, you're not building together, you're negotiating every day. One person saves, the other person spends. That isn't opposites attract. That's future arguments on autopilot. The third thing I'm going to tell them is that love languages change. Pay attention or you're going to lose that connection. See, what worked at 25 might not work at 45. Life going to hit different. Kids, career, stress, health, and your partner's needs are going to evolve. If you still loving them the way you want instead of how they need, you're slowly going to disconnect while thinking you're doing everything right. Example, she used to love gifts. Now she needs quality time because life is draining her. You keep buying things. She keeps feeling unseen. That's how good intentions still fail. The fourth thing I'm going to say is you need all the intimacies, not just one. A lot of people think intimacy is just physical. That's why relationships look good on the outside, but they feel empty on the inside. You need emotional intimacy. Can we talk without judgment? Intellectual. Can we think, grow, and build together? Physical and sexual. Are we connected, desired, and touched? And last is spiritual. Do we align in purpose, beliefs, and direction? If you miss one long enough, the relationship starts starving in that area. Example, yep, y'all having sex, but you're not talking. Now you're just roommates with benefits. You're not partners. Number 5, I'm going to tell them is communication isn't just talking. It's actually understanding. See, everybody's talking, but not everybody's listening. If your partner got to repeat themselves 10 different ways just to feel heard, resentment is already forming. Example, instead of defending, ask, babe, help me understand what that felt like for you. That one sentence alone can save hours of arguments. The 6th thing I'm going to tell them is stop trying to win, try to build. You know, marriage is the only place where people try to win against the person that they chose. You win the argument, but you lose the connection. Example, you prove your point, but now they shut down emotionally. Well, congratulations. You are now right, but you alone in the same house. Number 7 is protect the relationship from outside noise. Everybody don't need a front row seat to your marriage. Social media got people comparing highlight reels, friends projecting their trauma, and family holding on to old versions of you. Here's an example. Handle your business in-house first, not in group chats and not on timelines. And last but certainly not least, the last one I would tell them is choose them daily, not once. Marriage isn't the wedding. Remember, it's the daily decision. Some days love feels easy. Some days it feels like work. But commitment says, I'm still choosing you, even when we're figuring it out. So if I could go back and tell my younger self one thing before I got married, I would say this. Don't just marry for love. Marry someone you can build, heal, grow, and evolve with. Because love alone won't sustain what life is going to test. And let me leave you with this. A successful marriage isn't about never having problems. It's actually about 2 people who refuse to let problems make them enemies. So to my future wife, don't worry, babe. I have learned, I have lost, and now I'm ready for you. And this has been another Louis V Grown Folks Conversation. Y'all know this is what we do. Listen, if this hit you and you're serious about doing relationships differently, I want you to go to dlouisv.com and book a session. Let's do the work before it actually becomes damage control. And last but certainly not least, always remember there is only one page. There's only one voice, and there's only one Louis V. As always, much love. I hope you all enjoy your day as much as I'm enjoying mine. Louis V out.